Wait!
Hmm?
What is that sword? Let me see. How did you do that back there? You, like, sliced through the air, but that's impossible.
What good would that knowledge do you?
Well, I mean, with something like that, we might be able to stop the Blastia from going berserk. We saw that happen to a Blastia. The air was out of control. We couldn't do anything.
This was only a distortion. It is a natural occurrence.
Distortion?
Thank you so much for helping us.
Do not go near the air, Cranek.
Huh?
What do you mean, Air Cranek? This place?
Air Cranek are the springs from which all air in the world comes.
Springs of air.
Who are you? This isn't the kind of place you just go for a walk. We would have been dead without your help, though. Thanks.
That power. Could it be the Rizomata formula? I can't tell anything from checking things out here. I have to see some others.
Hey, didn't that guy earlier say these were all over the world?
Yeah, he did.
We won't know anything solid until we find them and study them.
So, I guess we're finished looking into things here?
Yeah, let's get back to Dongris to meet with the Dawn.
I like how nobody questioned how Raven knew Duke's name. Huh. Anyway, welcome back to another episode of Tales of Vesperia. In the last episode, we fought a gigantic scorpion, and now we are headed back to Dongris. But you know what? I'm gonna save, because I don't want to fight that thing again. Okay, now I feel more safe about continuing on. Now, what we need to do, dang it, I'll say Raven is a fun character to play, but back to Yuri. Now what we need to do is we need to head back to the start of this forest. So, we are gonna get through this place as easily and as monster-free as we can. But you know what? Carol just learned a new skill, so I am gonna go ahead and show that off really quick. Non-destructible pain shot, which one was it? Hammer Flow Upper. Yeah, that's an interesting name. So, we're gonna go ahead and use that on one of these monsters. There we go, so basically, oh, it knocks him down too, nice.
I gotta try and keep up.
So, what it does is it hits the floor and then it hits them back up, I guess, which is how I can explain it anyway. Okay,
Try and keep up.
now just gotta kill these things off really quick. Come on, do it one more time. Ah, it blocked it. I have to say, some of the Carol's later skills actually look really cool, and they do a lot of damage. Okay, now we're done with that. So, moving on. And not playing as Carol anymore, I want my Yuri back. There we go. Heading down this route. And we should be coming up on a little... Dang it! And we should be coming up on a scene pretty quickly here. Just gotta dodge the monsters, please, 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 please. Okay, there we go. And out the exit. Or almost exit, anyway. Anomalous, thank you very much. Air conditions result in Blastia going out of control, which in turn leads to monsters turning vicious. If this is related to the distortion he was talking about, then it might not be only this forest that's affected. You sure mumble to yourself a lot, don't you? And looks like we have another big monster horde. But looks like they're ignoring us for the most part. It's them. Oh, looky here. It is the Dawn. Y'all do something? Do something? What do you mean? Those savage monsters turned docile as pups and ran off. What did you do? Yuri, it must be because we stopped the flow of the air. The monsters turned tame because we stopped the runaway air. Runaway heir. Hey, old man, do you know something? My old friend Bellius used to say something about it. So it's true that the Dawn and Bellius are friends. And someone that we don't know. The deuce who rules the Colosseum of Nordopolica. Ooh, Colosseum. And what's with that runaway heir? It was really amazing! More and more really strong monsters kept on coming, but wait! Boy, those are the sort of things you keep to yourself. What? You don't do deeds like that so other people will notice. You do them so that you can protect your town and your friends. Carol got told. Excuse me, could I see him for a moment? And there goes Mrs. Nurse. So, she's a princess, Wikipedia, and a nurse. Awesome. Ain't that Raven over there? Quit hiding, you! Looks like Raven has a lot of connections to a lot of people. Jeez. What do you mean trouble? The reason the monsters got tamed was our doing. Mine especially. Huh? Raven's a member of Altosk? Somehow that seems to be a case. And he gets punched. Shut up, you! Don Whitehorse. Well, what is it? I know we've only just met, but I have something I need to talk to you about. Okay. Secrets going around everywhere. I see. Alright, you dogs! Time to head out! Sorry about this, but something's come up. We gotta return to Dongrest. If you come by the Union, you'll have my ears first chance I get. If I have your word, that's fine by me. And apparently Yuri's ballsiness earned him points with the Dawn. Guild, huh? We're gonna make one, right? I don't know why I gave Carol that voice all of a sudden, but it just fit for that minute and it stuck. Sure didn't know you two being too awesome, yeah, whatever. Always so quick to criticize. Alright, I'd like to go back to Dongrest to meet with the Dawn and keep looking for Barbos. Rita, once Yuri's done with his business, we should go back to report... Rita? Oh, what was that? Yeah, whatever. Something the matter? No, it's nothing. Come on, let's go back. The mysterious man in the forest. Character skit, yay!
Just who was that strange person with the sword anyway?
Do you think he came to Keiv Moc all by himself? There are so many monsters around.
Judging by the way he was standing, he's pretty confident in his own abilities. He seemed calm or even like meditative. Well, whatever. He was a strange guy.
Yeah, I have no idea what was up with him at all.
We seem to meet a lot of strange guys on our journey. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and head back to Dongrest, so I will see you guys there. And here we are, back in good old Dongrest. I still love this place's music. Anyway, we are going to head back to the Union HQ, which is in the northern part of town. So it's just around the corner. Give me just a second. Pass up this dude that stopped us before, and enter we go. Okay, we have a character skit before we continue on. The Dawn.
Don Whitehorse. I can see how a man like that could rise to the top of the Union. It's pretty impressive.
I'm just relieved he's the sort of person who's willing to listen. I didn't think he'd give us a chance, considering that he's never met us before.
That's what makes the Dawn so great! I told you, right? Man, he's so cool!
Do you run his fan club or something?
Carol is fangasming. Go, Carol. Anyway, the Dawn's Chamber. Let's go.
So you've come back, have you?
Yuri?
What? You two know each other?
Yes, we're old friends.
You don't say.
I see you know Yuri as well.
We crossed paths during the assault on the city. Now then, what business did you have?
We came to ask you about a man named Barbos of the Blood Alliance. It looks like he's the one behind the recent string of stolen Blastia cores.
I see. So Barbos is tied up in your problem as well.
You have a problem with him too?
We have come to ask that the Union relinquish all ties with the Blood Alliance. Other guilds have begun to follow Barbos' example, abusing Blastia in other areas and disrupting the order of society. If we can count on your assistance, I feel that together we should move to put an end to the Blood Alliance.
Barbos? He's been testing the limits of my patience lately. Looks like it's time to remind that brute how a proper guild behaves.
A clash between the guilds and the Empire was avoided the other day, largely due to your intervention. However, if Barbos is left unattended, the relations between our two states may yet again be torn apart.
And that's not going to be fun for anybody.
The time for stopping Barbos is now.
Since we'll be cooperating with you, I assume we'll be on equal standing with the Empire in this.
Yes, sir.
If that's the case, a united front with the Empire might not be such a bad idea.
Then...
Yeah. We'll deal with this together. Hey, send a message to Bellius. Tell Bellius that Nordopolica's gonna help us.
Man, this is serious.
I have brought a letter from His Highness, Yoder.
A secret note from the Imperial candidate, huh? Read it aloud.
If Don Whitehorse is taken out of the picture, we are willing to overlook the Union's responsibility in the Barbos affair.
What?
Don't make me laugh.
What? What is this?
Looks like you and the young master see things a bit differently.
There must be some mistake. Master Yoder would never say such a thing.
Show our guest here to his own private suite.
Don Whitehorse, please listen to me. This is some sort of trap.
Flynn! Why would you...
Hang on. If we screw up, it'll only make things worse for Flynn.
All-out war with the Empire. We'll take everything we've got and march on the Imperial capital. Try and make a fool out of me, and I'll tear these little messengers limb from limb.
This is bad! And it looks like he's forgotten all about talking with us.
I don't think that Don's in much of a talking mood right now.
I have to return to the Empire and find out what's really going on.
I said hang on. We should sit still for now and see what happens.
I suppose you're right.
So, Flynn is in quite a bit of trouble. It looks like Raven kind of ditched us. Anyway, before we continue on, character skit, the conspiracy in Flynn's trouble.
I cannot believe that Yoder would give a letter like that to Flynn. There must be some mistake.
We've met His Highness too, and he certainly didn't seem like that kind of person.
But you heard the letter. It said to take Don Whitehorse out of the picture.
So maybe it was sent by someone who wants to throw a wrench into what Yoder and Flynn are doing.
But that's nothing more than a hunch right now.
Yeah, you're right. The only thing we know for sure right now is that Flynn is in trouble.
Big trouble. Anyway, let's head outside and hopefully we can get this all straightened out. Because without us, I think Flynn is going towards his doomsday. Yeah. Anyway, heading outside, we need to head towards the town square. Let's just head down here and... we have a scene. Oh, that's strange. What's the matter, Yuri? It looks like I dropped my wallet somewhere. At a time like this? Maybe it fell out of my pocket at the Don's place. I'm gonna go look. You wait here. Okay, don't take too long. Alrighty, now to go see how Flynn's holding up. Now we're on our own. Time to go see what Flynn is up to. I'm guessing probably not much. But that is a pretty nice line. I lost my wallet. Classy. Alright, heading in here. Looky, looky, the guard is gone, and I don't know why nobody is doing anything to stop us. I mean, the other guard was staring straight at the door, and he did nothing. But okay, whatever. Here we go.
Yuri.
Thought I was being quiet, but I guess you heard me.
So, you've come to have a laugh at me in this sorry state?
Yeah, I wanted to see what kind of expression being locked up put on your face.
It doesn't hurt to be forced to view things from behind bars every now and then.
What the hell you think you were doing, coming here with a letter like that?
That was the Red Eyes doing. They attacked after you left.
You don't screw up like that. Was it one of your people?
Even if it was, the responsibility is mine.
I see. If the Red Eyes are involved, then Rago's gotta be behind it all.
But how do you know?
At the harbor, we saw Rago giving orders to one of their assassins.
I hadn't heard about that.
Do you know what they're trying to do?
Most likely they want to force a clash between the guilds and the knights.
That'd be bad. You think another one of those false letters went to the Knights?
Yes, to put them in a fighting mood.
If you know that much, then get out there and get the real letters back.
I was wondering how long it'd take you to get rid of that damn lock. You've got to stay here.
What? And be your scapegoat? You're just itching to get rid of me, aren't you?
Yuri, if I don't make it back, you'll have to die in my place.
Yeah.
Taking your friend's place in a jail cell? You lost your mind, son?
This coming from an old man who gets rid of his own guards on purpose.
I had a special favor to ask that rookie knight.
You mean Flynn?
The rats that plan these sort of stunts usually like to enjoy their handiwork from somewhere nearby.
If you knew the letter was fake, why'd you fire everyone up like that?
If I didn't make a good show of things, whoever's behind all this wouldn't bother to come watch. Besides, we've got a lot of hotheads around here who'd never let me hear the end of it if I didn't raise hell. So that's where it stands. Of course, if our friend the Knight doesn't show up again, your life is mine.
I know. Tell me one thing, though. What made you want to start a guild in the first place?
I realized I couldn't protect the things that were important to me playing by the Empire's rules.
There have to be some things that were easier to protect when you're on the other side, though. Even in the lower quarter where I'm from, we still had the barrier to protect us.
Sure. But were you happy with just putting up with all the things you didn't like?
Well,
So if the rules the Empire sets don't suit you, you got two choices. You can do like your friend is, and put everything you've got to change in the system. Or you can turn your back on the Empire and live by the rules you set for yourself.
that's pretty clear-cut.
Yep. I think you're gonna have to take responsibility for letting my prisoner go.
You want me to do something besides rotting in this cell?
The sap who's been putting together this little show's gotta be somewhere in this city. Oh, I've been planning on asking your armor-wearing friend to hunt him down for me, but
So what? You want me to find them?
your job is to pay this debt back to me. How you go about it is up to you. That young lady you brought with you is running all over the place helping with the injured folks. You're not the type to be the only one sitting around twiddling its thumbs, right?
Estelle. Huh. That sounds like her.
Okay, looks like we are... Open, open, open. Free! Okay. Now we have our work cut out for us, and looks like the Dawn is kind of on our side. So it's nice to see that he's not as angry as he seemed. He's a smart dude. Anyway, we're gonna cut this episode here, and I will see you guys next time. MasaeAnela out.